What's up, ladies and gents? My name's Illogical, and welcome to my Hardcore Ironman adventure. Straight off the bat, this will be my Hardcore Ironman virginity. My only experience for the game mode is a group Ironman with friends. I managed to get to about 1800 total level before they all quit, and I decided to de-iron that and make it my main. No more dilly-dallying, I am going to get straight into this. First of all, my first point of call is to sell all of the shizners that came from Tutorial Island. The dagger I made, the axe, the shield, and the bow, because we're going to be rocking bits very soon. Of course, we're going to grab ourselves the PK's favourite item, and that would be... what? The spade, of course. We're going to start X marks the spot, and then we're going to make our way over to Lumbrizzle Castle, grab all of the loot, because we need it, and then we're going to make our way to the roof and set it on fire. Of course. So the goal here is to get 15 fire making, 1,000 arrow shafts, and some leftover logs that we're going to use for quests in the future. So I will grab all of that, get to 15, and then we'll make our way down to the men and start pickpocketing. Now that we've completed that task, dumped everything into the bank, we're going to go grab out our air talisman, spade, GP, runes, and food. What we're going to do now is going to go complete X marks the spot, but before that, let's go rummage around in some pockets, eh? I was really hoping to get 5 thieving done and out of the way. However, I clearly was trying to rob the wrong person. This is clearly Manny Pacquiao. The dude really pieced me up. I had no food left. I'd eaten my shrimp, my bread. So I thought, okay, I've got 2 HP. Let's go and do X marks the spot and come back to this a little bit later on. Please don't judge me for using Runelight Quest Helper. I really do not know these quests off by heart. I'm a big noob. Anyways, I'm just going to go dig some holes and hand the quest in. I will catch up with you guys in a moment once I'm handing in the quest in Port Sarim. Now that we've handed in the quest in Port Sarim, you get a couple of things. You get an antique lamp, which I'm contemplating putting on thieving. However, I am going to hold fire on my impulses, and we are going to save that for when we have a player-owned house, so we can dump a load of XP into construction straight away. So you also get 200 coins, which is going to be very helpful in the early game. I'm going to use that to buy a steel axe for future woodcutting grind, which is coming up very soon. So I'm going to head back to Lumbroni and let's go get this 5 thieving, eh? Jesus Christ, the guy pieced me up once again. So we got to 5 thieving. However, we lost a fair few brain cells on the way, that's for sure. Now that that's completed though, it's time to go grab a steel axe from Bob and start Restless Ghost. Now that that's out the way, we are going to go piece up a rat with some magic. I'm going to try and save spot them. However, I've forgotten where the save spot is. So, let's not get a chance to buy a furry little creature, hey. So, I didn't just Google where the save spot was. I promise. I really didn't do that. Now, I cut the clip down because I didn't want to really show 20 seconds of me throwing farts at a mouse. But in that time, I had a new friend, and he was looking at me pretty intently. I didn't know what his max hit was, and I did get a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie. I did not want to get chanced in Lumbridge. I at least want to make it to Port Sarim before I get smacked up by a highwayman, mugger, or anything else. I thought it'd probably be a good idea to reset his aggro range so I can go get the rat meat that I worked hard for. I had 12 run and 5 HP. So, I thought I'd sit the fence, try and recuperate up to about 15 run, just so if anything attacks me, I can get away. The next point of what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go hand in an air talisman to the wizards and grab a ghost speak amulet because we want to speak with the spooks. Now, hopefully, I'll still be alive. And I won't get chanced because I need to pick up some swamp tar and stuff as well. And I don't know if the rats there are going to start spanking me. Evidently, I did survive. I've got my Ghost Speak amulet. I've got all the swamp tar. Now I need to hand in the air talisman and make my way over to Drainer Village. I fancied a Tory night in, so I grabbed 2 blocks of cheese from Aggie's and 5 wines. I'll need those wines for a bit of HP, I think. Now I'm going to go for the riskiest part of the journey, which is get past the stand and delivers, and pick up a snake grass in front of the hobgoblinos. Won't lie, that guy got absolutely gapped. Honestly, I do not have a clue what these can hit, but let's get straight into it and just get out of there as quick as possible. My man only hit a 1 on me. Absolute tank with 1 defense. That's what I am. So we're going to go start the Knight's Sword. We're not going to finish it now because we're not ready for that. However, after that, we got some really spicy content coming in. And I'm talking like hot tub stream spicy. So I really need 2 iron bars, and the best way that I can get an iron bar without having to mine and get that up is probably to go north of Ferox Enclave. Now, there's an iron bar spawn, and it is in the wilderness. So I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to do it. Let's just hope there's no salad ninjas around. Now I'm also going to take off my hardcore Ironman armor because I don't want to give people any more reason to come and turbo clap my cheeks. I wanted to get that done and out of the way really quickly, so I've got both iron bars. I'm now going to make my way over to Castle Wars, and we're going to then move on to Ynil, and I think we've got to scoot past a couple of ogres when we get there. So wish me luck. I'm not really sure if there's a safe way other than the ogred path, but we're just going to go for it and see what happens. I don't know what the max hit is. I think it's a 7, so I could probably eat that with a jug of wine, if I get chance, that is. Now we stumbled across this absolute Chad in Rune casting spells. This guy, I had to show my appreciation because he was taking aggro off of the angry fat men that were looking at me. So whilst he had aggro on both of them, I thought it's time to go. I did get hit a 2, but I'm safe. I'm at the other side, and now we can relax a little bit. Now that we're in Ynil, I can grab the pie dish that I need and then make my way over to Port Khazard, where I'm going to go grab myself some swamp paste for Cecilo. So I did a quick speed run of the Monk's Friend, and that gave me some woodcutting experience. I'm going to use that experience, and then I'm going to start the next kind of grind of the account, which is to get 35 wood cutting and burn all the logs, basically, so we can make our way over to Winter Daddy eventually. I've condensed down what felt like 2 hours into a short little clip, but we've now got 35 wood cutting and 39 fire making, which is a good step in progression towards getting to Winter Daddy. I'm going to finish off burning up all of these logs, and then I am going to make my way over to the cake stall and start getting some food ready. We want to get to about 20 thieving, and then we're going to go and steal some silk, so we've got some early coinage for a player-owned house and some quests that we need to complete. I'm just about to ding 20 thieving, so what I'm going to do now is steal some silk, and we're going to do that until about 25 thieving, and then we're going to go do some questicles. This knight here was probably the bane of my existence during this thieving grind. He wouldn't leave me alone. He kept coming back every 10 or 15 seconds at one point, but we have one more silk to steal and then we're completely done. So we never have to look at that knight again. And maybe the next time I see him, I'll give him a good old clapping. Next on the to-do list is Sheep Herder. Now that will give us some good QPs, and it'll also give us about 3,000 coins if I remember correctly. So I'm going to skip to the end because there is nothing entertaining about this quest. It is the most menial quest ever, and it's really, really annoying for me. So now I'm just going to hand in the quest to get my valuable coinage, and then I think we're going to make our way over to do Sea Slug. I'm going to hand in Sea Slug now, and I'm going to get some valuable fishing experience from this. It's going to get me to about 20 fishing, I believe. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run south to the fishing shop and buy some sardines so I can bank those for a later date. Sardines collected. Now I'm going to go back to Ardoyne and I'm going to go sell all of the silk in my bank back to the silk trader for some early game capital. Once I've sold all the silk, I'll come back to you, hopefully with a 10k cash stack, and we'll start on the next part of the journey. After buying all of the things that I needed for future quests, I realised that I sold too many of my silk, and then I needed a few more just to keep in the bank for a future rainy day. I've got a couple of things that I need to do, so I'm going to go north and buy a Greenman's Ale for future. And I'm also going to go get myself the Clue Hunter gloves and boots because I will be needing those for when we get to Wintertodt. Whilst I'm here, I want to be efficient, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the Dwarfs quest, see if I can get all the railings done, and then once I've done that, I am going to go north to Barbarian Outpost and pick up planks for the next 20 minutes. So this is actually the second time I'm going to have to stop something halfway through. I have 3 HP left. I have not had a great time with this railing. I've been railed a couple of times, and I'm going to have to stop here and move on and come back to this at a later time with a bit more HP. But next thing we're going to do is go up, get some planks, I think about 130 of them to be precise, and then we're going to start Alfred's bar crawl, so that's started, and we can start working through that. So I'll check in with you guys once I've done the Barbarian Assault tutorial for the minigame teleport, once I've got 130 planks, and once I've started Alfred's bar crawl mini quest. Gonna get this bar crawl started, and then we're gonna go do Waterfall quest, or at least the start of Waterfall quest up until it gets dangerous. Then we're not gonna do it. Ah, Satan's nipple piercings. I forgot the rope, so I'm going to have to run back and grab that before we can actually progress Waterfall quests. As you can probably tell, I am quite forgetful. Following that, we're going to run over to the Gnome Stronghold. We're going to get some Dwellberries, some milk, some Alfred. We're going to do part of Alfred's bar crawl. And we're just going to get some arrowheads and stuff like that. Ready for some fletching gains, and then what we're going to do after that is potentially come back to Ardoyne and potentially finish off the last part of the Dwarf's quest. I won't lie, I did forget to record some clips for me buying all the stuff in the Gnome Stronghold. However, I've got it in my bags. I've got a hangover cure, which is chocolate and milk, and then snapegrass that we got from the Hobgoblinos. I've got a couple of lemons, a pineapple, a cocktail shaker, and I had my Blurberry special. I also picked up 1,000 bronze arrowheads. Yeah, we're back at the dwarf cannon. We're on the last railing now. I'm thinking we get to the point where we're asked to go to Ice Mountain, and then we call that a video. Now, first of all, I want to thank every single one of you that's managed to get to the end of this video. You have been amazing for sticking it out. I know I can ramble a little bit, but yeah, thank you very much. If you do enjoy the content and you want to see some more, I will be uploading some more videos. But yeah, please do like and subscribe if you get the chance to. If not, do not worry. I won't cry too much.